Well, that was an exciting game. I felt like our energy was really good tonight. I felt like we had contributions from every person, whether they were on the field or off the field. Obviously, we had 3 catchers in the game. Grace did a tremendous job. Sydney came in a really big situation and really stopped that offense and stopped the bleeding. So I felt like, we did some things that really enabled us to win that ball game, a close one. But that's what the 12th man does when we're here, and we got to have stellar pitching. And I thought Sydney did just a tremendous job.
Decision not to pitch Kennedy, what about that?
Yeah, Grace didn't get any innings last weekend, and so I wanted to see what that looked like. I felt like she could come in and, we're going to need all of them, as the season goes on. So I felt like let's see how this goes. And, I feel like we have a lot of different looks. And I thought, again, I thought she did a great job. So, her changeup was working, her down ball. We got to use our arms.
And you didn't think about bringing her in when you brought Peters in when the game was pretty close?
Kennedy, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, we kind of have a plan for this series, and so I, sometimes you look really smart, and sometimes you don't. So.
What about, you said before you recruited, you either recruited Barbara for those kind of moments, or you were tired of her doing those kind of moments
to us.
You.
Yeah.
So why hasn't she had more of them? I mean, she's struggling. She's got to feel pretty good about what happened tonight.
Yep.
But just take us through that big hit by her.
Yeah, I think, Mac is, she wants to do so well, and she puts so much pressure on herself. And I really think what has happened is she has put herself in tough situations. She's been super aggressive and not getting her pitch. And I think I kind of alluded to this a couple weeks ago. Julia Cottrell would do that to us last year, where she would swing at anything kind of close and get herself out. And so I know Coach Harger and her have really been talking about being particular, a little bit more particular up to bat and having a plan. I felt like the Auburn series, you started to see that come around. And so it was kind of a gut feeling of like, hey, let's continue and let's keep her in the lineup. Obviously, she can change a ball game at any point in time. And so, we're still kind of juggling those pieces, Maya, Mac, Frankie, and Amari. And so today you got to see all of them, and they all contributed. So I think with Mac, really, though, it's just staying calm, not trying to do too much, and then being more particular with her pitch selection.
What did you see from that fair ball that was ruled fair by the umpire from your viewpoint?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go look at that. So I don't know. We will get I'll get some more looks. It looked foul, but obviously it went back to review, and they said it was fair. So we'll have to the umpire, though, his arms went up right away. So there was just some confusion, I guess, would be the best way to put it. And so regardless, we can't play umpire. We have to play through the ball, and so we'll watch some film, and, we'll get the answers next week afterwards when they review it and send us.
Vandergriff was a tough out for y'all today. How do you think y'all kind of did against her, and what did you see from the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think, she's a tough out. I think, she's, got some speed. She obviously has a little bit of power, got some juice. So I think, we just have to maybe execute our pitches a little bit better. We'll watch some film tonight and talk about it tomorrow in film. But I think we left some balls over the heart of the plate that you can't do against a good hitter.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you see that was working well for Sydney compared to Grace?
Yeah, I actually thought Grace was fine. I think it was just time for us to make a change. They were starting to time up some things, and Grace was elevating her ball, and Grace being a down ball pitcher, that's going to be one of her keys. So Sydney's a very different look from Grace. And so one of the reasons why we went into the portal and got them was because of that diversity piece.
Trisha, you've talked a lot of times about sometimes your offense doesn't adjust to the game. Tonight, 1 hit in 3 innings, then the next time through you knock out the pitcher. So you had to be pleased, but what was different about your offensive approach to tonight's game?
Yeah, well, we had some goals that we had set before this series. One of them was just to have our energy and keep the momentum on our side. And I felt like even when we were down, or even when, our first at-bats, we were kind of struggling to string things together, we kept our momentum on our side. We kept the energy on our side. And the talk in the dugout was like, we're going to break through. Like, we just need to get back to that top of that lineup.
You kind of talked about the dugout. Kind of, how would you assess their chemistry and body language in the dugout?
Yeah, I thought it was really good tonight, to be honest with you. I think it was our best night of in regards to that. Yeah.
Well, obviously you don't want to go down, but how good does it feel to see your team go down and then rebound?
Yeah, you're right. I never want to see that, but we've shown the propensity to be able to do that this year, and so they believe in themselves, and that was the talk in the dugout of we just got to keep working, we're going to get this, we're going to knock her out. So I felt like when that talk is happening, I feel good. So when it's quiet, that's when I worry, and I thought tonight they had good energy.
And then what about your defense, kind of putting the exclamation point on it after they opened up the gates? You don't get an out, but yet Woolley and teams up with Powell, and then you retire the last 3 batters.
Yeah, I thought Coco, that play in the 7th inning was big time. Coco, we're going to miss her when I have to miss her, so I'm going to enjoy her while I can enjoy her. I thought she played tremendous tonight. She even that ball up the middle, 99% of the shortstops don't make that play, and we, including me, take it for granted sometimes. But she's just amazing. I thought she did just a tremendous job. I felt like she was more vocal on the field tonight, but I thought she did a tremendous job, and both of those saved us big time.
How much do you think it helps the team to see the stands this packed, especially on a Friday night?
Yeah, we're happy to be back home at Davis, but the 12th man has been great for us. You could feel the energy. They help keep momentum on our side, and I think it's just a pivotal, it's actually a crucial element to being able to be successful at home. So, thanks, you guys.